Boom shakalaka. What's going on, everybody? Randall here from Crypto Love, and I am joined by Robert Beadles, the President of Monarch. What's going on, man?
What is up, my brother? It's always great to hang with you. Just had a lot of fun just, chatting before the stream here, or I guess before the pre-recorded video. So it's always great to hang with you, man.
Yeah, absolutely. It's awesome to see you looking fine in HD. Definitely got all the Monarch gear going on. So we talk about Monarch a lot on this channel because aside from being the awesome sponsor of this channel, it is the best crypto wallet I've ever used. And one of the coolest things that we're going to talk about today is, like, whenever back when we started talking about Monarch and you were saying you were going to do decentralized recurring payments, and it seemed like something far out in the future, like this is like the year 2040, and then all of a sudden it's 2019 and it's here. So what is Monarch Pay?
Wow.
Was that a good segue?
I love it, man. You're quite the entertainer, man. I love how you just draw it out. And yeah. But yeah, I mean, Monarch Pay, it's for merchants, man. It's for anybody that has any kind of, reoccurring subscriber base, right? So if you're, say, for instance, you got a trading group, right? Some kind of, you offer a service to people. It's, $9 a month or something like that. Or, or maybe you have like t-shirts of the month, or I don't know, you got, you're a car rental place, or you're some kind of, you sell cars, or mortgage payments, or Netflix, or anything you can think of that has recurring payments, right? Those are some bad examples, but people sell all kinds of stuff. People pay for all kinds of things, right? So any kind of recurring service that you have, you can now accept cryptocurrency for it. So think of it as like, it's a link. Somebody clicks the link, and then they subscribe to you. And every month, money comes out of their decentralized wallet to the merchant. So now what does that mean for merchants? Well, merchants have to deal with, heavy, fees with credit cards. That's typically how they get paid, right? So when they have some kind of subscription service, they got members, they got, groups or whatever, they're typically taking credit cards. And so they got to pay 3 to 7% in credit card fees. If they take Patreon, it could be like up to 10%, right? And then they have to deal with chargebacks. Chargebacks are brutal because if you're a merchant, say for instance, I don't know, your t-shirt of the month club, right? And, I send you my t-shirt. I'm the merchant. I send you the t-shirt. You paid me with a credit card. You get the t-shirt. Then you call up the credit card company. Said, I never got it. So me as a merchant, I'm out a t-shirt and the money. And that happens every day, all day long. That's one of the reasons why with cryptocurrency and credit cards, that's why it's usually so expensive to buy, crypto with credit cards, because of these chargebacks. But it's across, all industries, chargebacks. Well, with this, there are no chargebacks. So you got super low fees, you have no chargebacks, it's decentralized, there's nobody in the middle between you and your users. So it's incredible for merchants, it's great for users. As a merchant, we're adding all the bells and whistles of like centralized services in a decentralized platform. So what does that mean? Well, it means that when a user or subscriber signs up to Monarch Pay, you'll be able to take in all their information, or none information, none of it at all. You can take as much as you want or as little. So you can get their name, you get their phone number. If you're going to ship them something, you can get their mailing address. If you want their, their Ether address, or whatever you want, you can basically fill in all the fields. And then you'll have access to all that data on your users for whatever they're buying, right? So you say, well, why would you want all the user data? Well, if it's T-shirt of the month club, you have to send it to them, right? So you need to know where to send it. If it's a car rental, or if it's, maybe a mortgage or something, you're going to need data on your users. And so we're adding all those centralized type services into a decentralized platform. So with a click of the button, the merchant can download all that data, have access to all their users' information to send them whatever their product or service is. And so that way they can plug it into their QuickBooks or plug it into whatever, spreadsheets that they use, stuff like that. And again, it's available today. This isn't something like you said, 2040, with Monarch. I mean, from the very beginning, we launched with, a decentralized wallet that is incredible, right? While other people had white papers talking about all the stuff they were going to do, which was basically the same thing Monarch did for free, and they had like $800 million market.
Yeah, excuse me.
Yeah, like $800 million market caps in a freaking white paper, right? And we're like, here you go. So, like with Monarch Pay, we really just, it's on the roadmap, and we said that we were going to deliver it. And we did, and every single week we're adding more and more tech, and it's just how we do things, man. We're just tech first, right? So we deliver the tech, and then we tell people about it. And just like with our partners, with all the different products and services we offer to people, we just We just do it. We just build it. We make stuff that we would use ourselves. You know, I created one of the largest service companies in California. This is stuff that I use. This is stuff that Sneh and I build for ourselves that brings value to the world because we know that we use it. And so we know other people will use it because we built it for ourselves. And so, you know, we don't put money on, you know, like these, you know, like all those hardware wallets and things like that. You know, we don't put money on stuff like that. We just use like an old phone, download the Monarch Wallet, pull out the SIM, turn off the Wi-Fi, all your crypto's safe, right? Stuff like that. You know, these are like real solutions that people can use every single day. And that's what we do, man. We're here to drop tech, not have all these future promises that one day, if we raise enough money, we may deliver something. It's like, no, it's available today. Just go to monarchpay.com and try it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and I love telling people all the time about how secure the wallet is. Like we spoke about this, I think, in the last time, how there's been a $100,000 hack bounty, never been claimed, and somebody holds $700 million on the Monarch Wallet. Not hacked, you know?
It's just, look, people don't get it. They're like, oh, well, it's a wallet. It can be hacked. It's like, but it's a decentralized wallet. So we don't even have your email, right? So we don't store your seed. We don't store your keys. We don't even know who you are. This is a gateway to like Bitcoin, to Ethereum, to XRP, to XLM, to GoChain, to Neo, to all these different cryptos. You have to hack those blockchains to get access to the funds. So if you can hack those blockchains, Monarch is the least of the worries, right? Because there's so many institutional investors out there that have, you know, like hundreds of millions and billions of dollars in Bitcoin, right? If they can hack that blockchain, well then, you know, hey, you know, I'll tip the hat to them, right? I mean,
yeah. So curious about Monarch Pay. How can you find someone who's accepting Monarch Pay? Like, how will I know that somebody is accepting Monarch Pay?
Sure. So, I mean, it'll probably be right on their website or right where you go to pay. So that way, if you're a merchant and you say, you know, pay with Visa, pay with MasterCard, you know, pay with Monarch, right? So they can just take, like, for instance, if you go to Monarch Pay and you click Get Started, you can create, as a merchant, your subscription plan. And so when you're done creating, you know, whatever fields you want them to fill out and whatever intervals, if you want it to be a recurring payment for a day, for a week, a month, just a single time payment, whatever you want, you can do that. And it'll spit out a link, kind of like a URL when you're done. And so you can take that URL and you can put it in an image, or you can just put that URL right there on your website. And so anybody, or in a text message, or like on a Twitter message, a tweet, whatever, you can do whatever you want with it. It's just a URL. People click it, and then boom, they're right there at your page to subscribe to whatever your service is. So you can do it any way you want. You can use a link or use the image, but super simple. It's like just a few clicks.
Cool. And then, like, let's say I use one of these subscription services and then I want to stop using it. How do I cancel that subscription? How do I end it?
It's super difficult. It's crazy hard.
Yeah.
One button.
All right.
So right there on your dashboard, you're just like end. So just one button. That's all you got to do. And right now it's only available for PC and Mac, right? So desktop only. And we're using MetaMask because everybody in crypto that knows crypto uses MetaMask to sign transactions. So that's how it is currently today. But what is today's date? The 20, whatever it is, I don't know.
Second. It's still 2019. We have until 2040, right?
So, but what I'm getting at is in a couple weeks, it'll be available on mobile through the Monarch Wallet itself. So now through Monarch, you won't need to use, you know, your PC or, you know, Mac, or use MetaMask or any of that kind of stuff. You can sign all the transactions with your Monarch Wallet. So within a couple weeks, it'll be available on Android. A couple weeks after that on Apple. And so that way anybody can use this as a merchant right from their phone, right? So if you're on the subway or something like that, and you just want to type it in real quick and make it live, you can do it right from your phone. So that'll be available for merchants and everybody. Again, you know, it's available. The PC and the Mac stuff is available today, a couple weeks for Android, a couple weeks after that for Apple. So, and it's just going to get better and better and better. So
cool. Seems like it's Christmas every couple of weeks with Monarch. But I had something came up when you were saying that. So let's suppose you do this cold storage thing with an old phone using the Monarch Wallet, okay? So you take out the SIM card, you turn off the Wi-Fi, but that's where you keep a majority of your cryptocurrency, and that's the crypto that you want to use for a recurring payment once it's available on the phone. Is that still something that you could do? It wouldn't need to be hooked up to anything for the recurring transactions to go on?
No. So when you turn off the Wi-Fi and when you turn off, when you pull out the SIM, that is a completely cold, wallet. There's nobody, you can't transmit data back and forth, right?
Mhm.
So with Monarch Pay, what you do is you have your own cold wallet built into it as a user or as a merchant, right? So you have a wallet built into the actual application itself. That's
Mhm.
a Monarch Wallet there. So it's pre-funded. You can add funds to it, take your funds out, whatever you want, but it's a decentralized, wallet, through Monarch Pay. So this is, again, through the app, it'll be different. But right now through desktop, it's a separate decentralized wallet that you would pre-fund.
Okay, but that's also cool because it gives you an additional wallet, so they couldn't overcharge you for stuff, and you know, yeah.
Yeah, I imagine. Yeah, everything's through swaps and smart contracts, so it'd be really difficult for them to do that. But say worst case scenario, something goes crazy with a smart contract. We did something stupid, right? Of course, we've had it vetted by the creator of smart contracts, and we've had it vetted by some of the world's best smart contract auditors.
You could only find the creator of smart contracts. Is that it?
That's it.
What, Satoshi wasn't around to vet it for you or something?
Yeah, all Satoshi, but no, he didn't even do smart contracts. So, but yeah, so we actually had David Zimbeck, the creator of smart contracts, actually check through all our stuff. We had a bunch of auditors go through it, bug bounties, all that kind of stuff. But let's just say you're right. Worst case scenario, everybody missed some bug, right? Because that's the thing about smart contracts; they're only as smart as the person who programmed them, right? A lot of people think, oh, it's decentralized, it's a smart contract, but if they leave a back door, or there's an administrator that still has access to it, they can do all kinds of weird stuff to a smart contract. You know that, right? So just because it's a decentralized smart contract doesn't mean it can't be altered or changed, or loopholes put in it, stuff like that, or backdoors, or just bugs. But let's just say you're right, and there's a hack, right? Somehow it goes totally, totally wrong. Well, you would just have that one wallet there. It wouldn't be your home wallet, with all your Bitcoin and your life savings in it. So this is kind of a separate decentralized wallet. So think of it as kind of like a pre-funded, like phone card or something like that. So
Mhm.
you can still create plans without funds in it. But as soon as you want to activate the funds, then you obviously have to pre-fund it. And so we use stable tokens and as well as Ether, because merchants don't want to deal with the volatility, right? So it's like, hey, okay, cool. Now I'm not paying the transaction fees, the big fees for like credit cards or dealing with chargebacks, but Ethereum just dumped 80% last night. So
Mhm.
now I'm out 80%. So we use things like DAI and TUSD, for merchants. So that way, they're able to, keep a stable cryptocurrency, form of payment there, and not have to deal with the volatility of the crypto market as well. So all kinds of cool little things we did right there. And then with Monarch tokens, it'll save them like 50% of the transaction fee. So if you think like 1% or a percent and a half, whatever it is too much money, well, if you use Monarch tokens, it's half of that. So it just gets cheaper and cheaper and better all the time.
That's awesome. Very cool. Because like with the Monarch wallet, it was basically an easy way for anyone to start accepting cryptocurrency who has a business. And now with the recurring payments, anybody who has a business model where they have recurring payments, now they can collect that too.
It's not too shabby. Then they can export the funds from that decentralized wallet to their other wallet if they want. So it's just going to get more and more seamless. So blockchain's a little clunky right now. It's crypto is not that easy for people, right? That's why there's like the 1% of us here, right? But as we start creating more and more solutions that are easier and easier for people to use, and we kind of take out that clunkiness and kind of take out those hurdles and obstacles and kind of give them that Facebook experience, that's what we aim to do here. It'll just get easier and easier to get merchants to use this, and we'll start getting more and more people into crypto and the blockchain, and basically just hopefully just help kind of the revolution, man, of people taking back their own money and not needing people in the middle to basically say where they can spend their money and who they can spend it with and all that kind of stuff. So
very cool.
It's the mission, baby.
Very cool. So what are some other questions that people have had about Monarch Pay?
Most of the stuff that we get is it available now? It's like, yeah, go to Monarch
I know
Pay.
the answer to that one.
Yeah. Yep. Go to monarchpay.com. Other ones we get, what do you do about volatility? And so, like we said, we use, stable tokens. Then they ask about, do you have access to our funds? And no, we absolutely do not. So we don't have access to their funds. We don't have access to their seed, to their keys, to any of their funds, the data, any of that kind of stuff. They also, one of the questions they have is, if I'm a merchant and I offer some kind of plan, after they complete the subscription, how do I know that they did it, right? I don't want to have to keep going to my dashboard, right? I don't have to keep going to it. I want to make sure that the user goes to a landing page and then fills out more stuff, so I have more information on them, and I can, pepper them with my funnels, right? So because a lot of people have funnels, they want them to, subscribe to this and then buy this and buy that, and just typical funnels. Everybody in the web knows about that if they're a merchant, right? So they ask, do you have that? I'm like, yeah. So that way, if they fill out the field, if you're a merchant, you fill in all the information that you want from your user, then you put your landing page URL right there. So after they complete the subscription, then it reroutes the user to their own website. So that way they can continue the funnel, whatever it is, to either upsell them more or to have them take action or to gain access to whatever service they just paid for. So we gave that to them. They've asked, do you have a way to export, user data? So we created a CSV file, so that way they can just download, all the user data right there from their dashboard. Mm-hmm. Some of the other questions, that's most of the stuff that we get. Other people just don't understand crypto, right? So they're like, what's MetaMask, right? So we did a little tutorial video for them, for MetaMask, and we explained to them, in a few weeks, you won't have to use it. You can use, your Monarch Wallet. Everything will be right there, super simple for them. What's a couple other questions we get? Yeah, I think that's most of it right there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Yeah, so anything else happening with Monarch Wallet recently? I noticed recently you guys added Neo and Neo Gas, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah. So we're always dropping more and more tech. So, the idea behind Monarch Wallet is not to be a wallet just for cryptocurrencies, right? It's basically to add all the best services and companies in blockchain to the actual wallet itself. So through one login, you'll have access to, like, for instance, we've integrated like Celsius, right? So that way people that want to earn interest on their crypto, you don't have to go and sign up at Celsius and then have a login information there and then try to figure out how to, make it pay Monarch. Basically, when we partner with these people, we create one login. So that way, when you're using Monarch Wallet and you want to earn interest on your crypto, you just click the little interest button and, you basically create a login for Celsius, and you're able to start earning interest on your stable tokens like Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, XRP, XLM, all kinds of stuff, right?
And it's crazy because on the stable tokens is up to 10% per year, which is like, that's amazing. That's what banks used to give us an interest when they actually gave us interest,
Yeah, I think I want to say it's like 8.1% per year. And there's all kinds of Ponzi's that I've seen, over the years where they talk about this 3% interest per day or per week or per month or whatever. And that's BS. This is, Celsius is Alex Mashinsky. He created VoIP, so Voice over Internet Protocol. He created Celsius. Their partners are BitGo. BitGo is based out of the US. So when they take their funds from Monarch and they pledge them, with Celsius and BitGo, they basically loan out your money to these other institutions. And then you get, half of the interest that they charge the receiver on the other side. And that goes to your decentralized cold wallet every single Monday. So it's kind of a cool thing. And, but again, you're basically taking your money from a cold wallet and putting it into a hot wallet. So there's always going to be risk there. Anytime you don't have your keys in your seat, it's not your crypto, right? So I understand that it's just another, option for people. And so we're continually adding all these different options into the wallet to where they just need one login. So I kind of digressed a lot, but basically Monarch Wallet is just one place to access all the best companies and services in crypto through one login and one KYC where needed. So obviously we don't require a KYC when you download the wallet. You guys can use it, have access to the decentralized exchange. You do store all your crypto, send, store, receive, all that kind of stuff. But when you hook up banking, or you hook up interest, those require KYC. We acquired a broker-dealer license here in the United States. We're doing everything we can to be FINRA and SEC compliant. So we have to, basically anybody that wants to not go to jail or deal with heavy fines needs to know who their customer is when they have like fiat to crypto type transactions. Mm-hmm. And so the reason why I mention this is there's a lot of services out there that people want to use that require KYC. So say, for instance, you want to join Binance, you want to join Coinbase, you want to join Kraken, and you want to do all these different things, right? Well, guess what? You got to fill out a freaking, KYC and AML for like Coinbase and a KYC and AML for Kraken and one for Gemini and one for Binance and all this stuff, right? But with Monarch, you would just do it one time. And then when you start signing up for all these different companies and services that we integrate into the wallet, you just click a button if you want them to have your data. And if you do, then you would get a login, one login through Monarch to these different companies and different services, and be able to share your data with them safely, securely, encrypted, and decentralized. So, it's kind of a cool thing, that we're integrating. We've already done it with like 4 or 5 companies, and we'll be adding, a ton of, some really big name ones here pretty soon. So a lot of exciting things to come for sure. It's just getting better and better every single week. Just download it for free and see for yourself.
Very cool. Very cool. So like one decentralized gateway to everything. Very cool.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah.
Yeah. So on your channel, Crypto Beadles, you do a ton of interviews. I mean, you've done a lot of interviews. So I'm curious, the past week or two, what interviews have you done that have really stood out that, people might want to go and check out?
The past week or two?
Or, in the past month, the recent ones. Which ones have you done that have stood out?
The one with Roger Ver sticks out the most with me because a lot of people don't really understand, about Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin. They just have it's this tribalism hate. If you like one, then you must hate the other, right? Mm-hmm. I'm a guy that just loves blockchain and crypto, right? I really don't care, which one, who likes what. I care about what works, right? Mm-hmm. And so, Bitcoin being a store of value, Bitcoin Cash being used as peer-to-peer cash, it was kind of cool hearing, the story behind things. And so, full disclosure, Roger Ver is a, advisor and investor in Monarch. It was cool hearing his story. So that one really stuck out, quite a bit. Speaking with Ben Gertzel from Singularity Net, that one stuck out quite a bit. The ones that I've had in the past with, like Brock and Max Kaiser and, there's always fun ones. Today I've got Yanni with eToro, the creator of eToro. So we'll have him on. We've got Kim on with Litecoin. So I think John Kim with Litecoin, and people know I'm not a huge fan of Litecoin. So, that
should be interesting.
It's like, I'll let them talk and all that stuff. And the community asked me to cover it, so I will. But Litecoin's been one of those things that I've just never really been a fan of. And, I've talked about it for years. It's like, it's cool. It's like, people like to say that it's silver to Bitcoin's gold. It's like the testing ground, blah, 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 whatever. Fine. Whatever, man. But, it's not one of those things. It's not really for me, man. So that one's going to be interesting for me. I'm trying to think what else. But we've interviewed over like 1,000 something people, right? So only like 500 and something have made it to the actual channel because, when you talk to people, I code for a living, right? We own a software company, right? We've been doing this since 2009. We've been in blockchain since 2011. And when you're talking to these founders and you realize that they're just a straight scam and they don't even understand what the hell they're talking about, that stuff's never going to make it to my channel, right? Stuff that's questionable that the community asked me to cover, I let them tell their story, and then the community can decide whether they're full of crap or not. But it's a good way to stay up on the different projects and the different technologies and things like that. Kind of helps you with your train of thought as well, because it's always great to not be in an echo chamber. When you're around the same people all the time, all saying the same things, you don't get smarter. You get dumber. And so when you're around different people that say different things, maybe it questions your logic a little bit. And so it's always great to have, different perspectives from different people while providing a ton of value to the community. And so that's something that we do there, always for free. We've never taken a penny for any of it. And then, of course, we give away $100 of Bitcoin Cash on every single video, right? So that way we help, again, get people into crypto and blockchain. So every single video, $100, Bitcoin Cash. And people they were saying, why don't you use Bitcoin? I'm like, well, send me $1 of Bitcoin. Like, dude, it's going to cost me $4 and it's going to take like an hour. And then I'm like, flash me your QR, right? So then I send them Bitcoin Cash, and before like I hit send and they look at their phone, they've already freaking got it, and it cost me less than a penny. I'm like, that's why I use it, right? Because it freaking works. So stuff like that. And then we do giveaways. Like yesterday, I gave away 2 ant miners, so that was really cool for 2 people. So now they can get more into crypto and start creating passive income, and they can just plug it in, join a mining pool, and start creating income for themselves. So we do all kinds of stuff there just to help people with get into crypto, understand blockchain more, and then of course with Monarch, to really deliver some value to the world that people can use today.
Very cool. Very cool. Today in 2019, instead of waiting until 2040, I heard that's when Ethos is going to be done, 2040.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they got bought up by Voyager or something like that. And
Who knows? Who knows? Yeah. Cool. Well, so anybody who wants to, they can go to monarchpay.com to check out Monarch Pay. They can go to monarchwallet.com to look at the Monarch Wallet, download it from the iTunes, the App Store, and the iTunes for Android and iPhone. You know,
Google Play. Yeah.
Or check out this good-looking guy on Crypto Beadles' YouTube channel.
You must be looking in a mirror. You got this thing on reverse.
I just need a hat and some long hair because we got the beard. I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you actually bushwhacked it, man. You had that thing out there like a full-on mountain man.
I did. It just got too hot. It got too hot having that thing. And also going to the gym, it was just like sweat would be flying all over the place. It was just bad.
Oh man, it's like a sweat beard instead of a sweatband. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it definitely was a sweat beard. I did these hip hop dance classes. One, because I thought it'd be cool to learn hip hop dance, but also because it was like me and a bunch of girls. So I was like, win-win. And but dude, my sweat would be going everywhere, and I was just like, okay.
Oh, that's funny, man. Just spraying the crypto love, man, everywhere, huh?
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, in more ways than one.
Awesome, man. So what are you most excited about right now, man? What are you all excited about? What's on your mind?
I'll tell you what I am super freaking stoked about is our upcoming trip.
That is going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. Singapore consensus, man. I've never been there before. People have been trying to get me to go there for years and years, and so now we're finally going to go there. We're going to wreck the place.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I can't freaking wait. And they got some like cool gardens there and everything. We'll go have some fun and get to hang out with you again. It's been too long.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great time. I hear the airport there is insane too. So I hear everything about Singapore is insane. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, really pretty buildings too. They incorporate a lot of green stuff into the buildings.
Very, very cool. Awesome, man. Well, I'm looking forward to it, brother. So
same. Thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for telling everyone about Monarch Pay, and then we'll be looking forward to what's coming out next.
Right on, brother. God bless everybody. I'll see you next time.
Peace.